After getting done with this week's episode of Parasyte, the one thing that came to my mind almost immediately is, why is Parasyte so good? Like, this series so far, with only 6 episodes, it's already getting me emotionally invested. It's getting me very into the suspense, and just overall everything about it with this series is like episode 6, and I'm just like, god damn, we have development, we have progression, and it feels as though the first 4 episodes was a lot of build up and setup and kind of getting you introduced to the world and everything. But once episode 5 hit, it's just been crazy. Episode 6 is like, it's almost as if the series flipped upside down on top of its head. Crazy! Let's go. Talk about a way to start the episode. I mean, it starts off immediately from where it left off, and Shinichi collapses on the floor. Now, one of the things I was thinking first of all is, okay, we obviously know the main character can't die, how the story is going to progress without the main character, who, you know, is basically from his point of view. So obviously I was thinking, how the hell is this going to go down? Now, a part of me was thinking, I wonder if she didn't cut off his head and immediately kill him because maybe a small portion of Shinichi's mother is still inside of the character, or, you know, shall I say, the, I guess, parasite now. And that's why she thought, okay, yeah, I stabbed him, he's dead, done. To a certain degree, yeah, the parasite thought that he was dead with that and he was going to die within seconds. But if this was a ruthless beast, I wanted to get rid of not only him, but also Migi, because Migi could have tried to hop away and get to another host. You know, this person would have immediately, or this parasite would have just cut off his head. So I'm thinking maybe there's a possibility that there's still some life or some form of inside anyway, something inside of that parasite of his mom. And we got some changes with this series. For starters, Migi pretty much at this particular point has a huge weakness, and I think he was being a little bit holding back, because I think over time he's developed this weakness, and I've talked about it on a few of my reviews already, when he was basically saying he needs the 4 hours now, and the 4 hours of sleep he basically can't sense anything. He's basically a sitting duck at that point. I was thinking to myself, yeah, that's a weakness he developed. But another one is he ultimately genuinely cares for Shinichi, I think he always just uses it, and it's almost as if he's a fucking tsundere or something at this particular point, because it's like, oh no, I needed to save my life, Baka. I was like, come on, Migi. We know you fronting at this point, bro. We know you care a little bit about Shinichi, and likewise with Shinichi and Migi. I mean, it's just little subtleties like him asking Shinichi, is it okay if I kill your mother, or the parasite hosting as your mother? And I was thinking to myself, if he didn't give a fuck, he would have just, like, kept on going, and when time, you know, push came to shove, he would have killed his mother without thinking twice about it. So the fact that he asked him, yeah, a part of it is he doesn't want to lose his trust, and he saw how emotional he got over seeing his mother like that. But I think a little bit more to it is he really genuinely is caring for Shinichi, and as time progresses, he can become a savior to humanity and ultimately help out, but he'll still keep in that little push that, I guess, is pride at the end of the day. I'm not a human, I'm a parasite, and I need to stick to who I am. And while he's becoming lighter, Shinichi's becoming darker. For starters, let's talk about the glasses. Now, from what I'm hearing, I'm not 100% sure about this, so if I'm wrong, I apologize. This is mainly what I've been reading in comments and things. Apparently, the glasses wasn't actually in the manga or something, so I'm not sure how legit that is or not. With him now having his vision fixed, which, by the way, for some reason, that scene reminded me of Spider-Man. And a lot of things that happen in this series, they kind of feel a little bit predictable, but ultimately that's because we've seen it done in so many different series. And the thing about it is that this is the originator, so when little scenes feel a little bit predictable, like, oh, I saw that coming, it's mainly because everyone got inspired by this, and not every single scene, obviously, but so much time has passed since this manga was created that things took inspiration from this. So when things feel a little bit like, oh, I knew that was going to happen, and there were scenes in this episode that felt like that, ultimately, yeah, this is the originator, so give credit. The scene with his father, in all honesty, it felt a little bit like, damn, you should have just screamed it out immediately, but there are a lot of things into this. It's not cut and dry where he can just immediately tell his father everything, and just seeing how emotionally fucked up his father is from all of this, because it's like, I saw my wife die, they're telling me it's a nightmare, I know my wife is dead, I don't know what to do, how do I react to that? So it was just psychologically destruction right there. That was just pure psychological devastation to the fullest. So I understand the character kind of not wanting to hear it, because in a way, he's not in denial, he completely understands what's going on, but he still, I guess, just isn't ready to face it. And then the fact that his wife is out there, apparently, even though he's seen her die, his mind is blown. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised, though, at this point, if he told his father, Migi wouldn't really get pissed off enough to try and kill his father or anything, because if he's worrying about killing his mother, even though his mother's already dead, if Migi's worrying about, killing Shinichi's mother, then he's not going to even think about killing Shinichi's father. So yeah. Also quickly want to note that piano OST, it played like a couple different times in this episode. Amazing. It sounded like a mix of like hip-hop-ish R&B with a beautiful piano. Oh my gosh, I'm loving the music in Parasyte. No dubstep this week, but that piano made up for it. Or they might run a little bit of dubstep, I'm not sure. Now, I'm not too sure what's going to happen with that new girl that was introduced in this episode. It seems as though it's another love interest possibly, but we had that girl that was suspicious. I think it was last week's episode or the week before that was introduced, and we're getting a lot of characters that are like possible love interest for him. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this one, if she has any involvement in this, because again, we had the other girl that kind of looks similar to her as well, the girl with the black hair. So it's like getting a couple different females. This isn't a harem. So yeah, if they're going to have relevance, I hope it's something big, or there's no point of really introducing these girls. I mean, although you could definitely see as well the outer change in him, and that's kind of signifying it, like girls are flocking to him now. He's getting more and more girls to look at him and ask him like, hey, you got a girlfriend? That's because of the change. Although if you want to say to the core of him, he should stick with the girl he has now, because she was with him before the, the good looks. And the end of the episode, that Parasyte did not look like his mother. It looked like an old man or something. So I don't know if they got it wrong. I mean, it is a Parasyte because Migi sensed it. Or if the Parasyte had to jump host again to a dude and it's about to die. I think it would be too much, to be honest with you, if he had to go and kill his mother with his bare hands. So if the Parasyte, maybe the mom, the body kept deteriorating and eventually it had to hop to a male because that was the only thing around, because we know that preferably she would, or the Parasyte would rather go with a female because that's the only thing it could survive in. If it's the same one, then yeah, it could be a mistake, or it could be something, a total different Parasyte, or it had to hop bodies. And overall, a very good episode this week. We got progression, development on Shinichi. He is seemingly now on some Spider-Man shit, more toned body. He can hop and jump. You see his abilities. Like now, even though the 4-hour sleep is there in place, ultimately I think Shinichi can defend himself pretty well against whatever's thrown at him, because he's like on some crazy Superman show. Okay, not Superman, maybe Spider-Man. We got progression as well. Shinichi's back up. He got healed and repaired. His father knows about a little bit anyway of what happened to the mom, and ultimately the plot kept going. So good in that aspect, and overall it just felt like a very good episode and very enjoyable episode at that. So with all that being said, 8.5 out of 10. Very good, and just Parasyte, keep kicking ass because I'm loving it. Great replacement for no Hunter anymore on Tuesdays. Like Hunter x Hunter ended from Tuesdays, but we got Parasyte Wednesdays, and yeah, baby. But let me know what you thought of this episode. First of all, what did you think about that Parasyte at the end of the episode? Is that his mom? Is it a different Parasyte? Did it have to jump into a male host? Also, what do you think about Shinichi's transformation into a more toned and more stronger person? Do you think that that's going to have any bearing on his decisions? Because if he's like, Migi, you could kill her, I don't give a fuck, that's my mom, but I need to do it, you need to do this. Or is it just going to be that he's going to be able to contain himself? And what do you think about the transformation with Migi? Do you see it definitely that he truly cares for Shinichi, or is he not bluffing? And your both thoughts on the episode as a whole. I can't get that piano OST out of my head. So good. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.